as we're growing as people, as we're developing, as we're seeing where we want to go, we're going to feel more and more uncomfortable where we are. And there's all sorts of ways of dealing with that, but a lot of times our pain can be a real motivator to get us out of our comfort zone. To be somebody you've never been, you have to do something that you've never done. Hello, this is Lorraine, and welcome to Healthy Living, Spirit, Soul, and Body. So I am here by, this is what's called a butterfly plant. They say that butterflies are attracted to this plant, and a lot of times people plant them in their garden so they could get to see butterflies. And I kind of want to talk about getting out of your comfort zone and think about the caterpillar and the butterfly. I've heard stories about if you help the butterfly out of the cocoon, it will die. So it needs to break out of it. It needs to get the force and the will, whatever it takes, to break out of it on its own. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about what is a comfort zone and what will it take to encourage you to break free and take the risks and be vulnerable and all these other things, because really life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So you might say, Lorraine, I like my comfort. I like being safe. I've worked very hard to get to this place. They've done many studies on people that are in hospice. Okay, they're getting ready to die, and they've interviewed a number of people, and their biggest regret is that they didn't go after their dream. So I am putting this to you. Let's talk about comfort zones. Let's talk about why it's important to get out of your comfort zone and really live the life that you were meant to live. Really be your best you. Okay, here we go. So the dictionary says that comfort zone is a place or situation where one feels safe or at ease and without stress. Really think about it. How many different things in our life and in society are trying to get people to a comfortable place? And I heard the greatest analogy actually that Ed Mylett shared that really came from Wayne Dyer. It's a story of 4 philanthropists, okay? And there was a war, and all the men in the town that had lost the war were put into prison. And these 4 philanthropists wanted to help. So the first one said, oh my goodness, these people are sleeping on rocks and stones and they don't really have decent mattresses. I'm going to take some money and buy them all mattresses so they'll be comfortable where they are and they'll be able to sleep better. So that's what this man did. And so they had good new mattresses and they were able to sleep better. The second person said, my goodness, they're drinking terrible water and it's got, all this bacteria in it and they're getting sick. And I'm going to do what it takes to get them fresh water. So that's what he did. He took his money and he got them, water from a well or dug the well, whatever he had to do to get them fresh water. The third man, what he did was he was a farmer and he found that they were all eating very old food that had maggots and they were getting sick. And he said, oh my goodness, I'm a farmer. Let me just donate and give them some food to eat. So that's what he did. He gave them better food and they were able to eat healthy, and they were healthy in the prison. Okay, now the fourth philanthropist, he did something that would really make a difference. He went and he got the keys and he unlocked the prison door so that they would be free. And they no longer had to suffer anymore. They no longer needed to be comfortable in their suffering. So people's prisons can be all sorts of things. You could have the prison of caring what other people think. You could have the prison of beating yourself up over your past mistakes and not feeling that you're worthy to get out of the prison. You could be in the prison of living somebody else's dreams, maybe your parents' dreams, or maybe a dream that you had when you first graduated from college that no longer is your dream. The prison of working at a job that you no longer like, that you hate, that's miserable. These are all prisons that people live in. All these different things are things that people feel that they don't have any power over. And that's the thing. you have to realize that you actually do have power. You have the keys to get out of your prison. So what do? How do we get free? How do we get used to living outside our comfort zone? So I believe that there are 4 basic things that you can do to get out of your comfort zone, okay? The first thing that you need to do is you need to see where you want to go. And I'm sure you've heard of the story of the African impala, which can jump 9 feet high, okay? But he's kept in a zoo behind a 4-foot fence. And that's because he will not jump where he can't see where he's going first. And a lot of times that's how we are. So we need to be able to see where we want to go. So you need to really start with a journal and a pen. Okay, that's real simple. But get a journal and a pen, go somewhere where it's quiet, and really take some time and think about, where do you want to be in 5 years? 5 years from now, where do you want to be? And really seek God and start to listen and write down what you feel in your heart. Once you start writing things down, create a vision board, get a vision journal, get something so that you can start putting those dreams in front of you. And you're going to find that that's going to create a little glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. And not only that, it's going to be like a GPS where you're going to finally give your heart and your life something to shoot for. And that's going to be an unbelievable motivator, because once you wake up in the morning with purpose, it's going to be a whole different story. And the next thing that you can do to get out of your comfort zone is to get rid of unhealthy mindsets. Be ready every day to listen to what you're saying to yourself and the way that you're thinking. Are you really too concerned about how other people think? Are you too concerned about, do you live too much in fear and not really trusting and not really being at peace? Getting rid of unhealthy mindsets is not only getting rid of the thoughts that we have in our head that are bad, but it's really starting to think and say things that are healthy. You believe that there's a bigger plan, believe that you do have a seed of greatness in you, and that these things that you wrote down in your vision board or in your vision journal are not just pipe dreams, okay? Okay, so that's step number 2. Step number 3 is to start preparing yourself. Get some books on the subject. If you really feel like you want to write a book, get some books about writing. There are so many different free things on YouTube, free courses that you can take to help you start to get the ball rolling as far as your writing. Set aside time every day to write, even if it's just 20 minutes. But do something. Prepare for the dream. Study, prepare, get focused on what it is that you feel that God wants you to do. Really, when opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. And the fourth thing is talk to people that are doing what you want to do. And because they're going to give you inspiration, they're going to tell you some things that maybe they had to go through that, you might be able to avoid. So all 4 of those things are going to help you get out of your comfort zone. And really, when you think about it, you don't want your tombstone to read, died at 30, buried at 60. So like for 30 years, you did nothing with your life. And realize also that getting out of your comfort zone is something that you've been doing all your life. When you entered into high school, you had to get out of your comfort zone because it was a new place, and you were growing and you were becoming a different person. So when you got your first job, you were getting out of your comfort zone. When you were in an uncomfortable situation, say with a person, or you had a conflict, you had to get out of your comfort zone. Throughout your life, you had to get out of your comfort zone in order to really go forward and learn and grow. John Maxwell says that personal growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow will be better. So start to grow yourself, start to get those dreams, start to really give yourself permission to dream. And get out of your comfort zone. You want to really live. You want to get comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe and comment. I'd love to see the comments that you might have. And I hope that this helped you. I hope it helped you see and recognize maybe areas where you are in a comfort zone and you need to break out of it. I hope it helped you to see that we always have options, that we never should live in a place of suffering. And we shouldn't try to make our suffering more comfortable, but we need to get free. There's so much light at the other end of the tunnel, okay? So, have a wonderful week. Get out your journal, start dreaming again, start planning, start learning, start studying, and be all that God has created you to be. Okay, have a blessed week. Bye-bye.